a top Israeli ambassador, Israeli ambassador to the United States, doing U.S. propaganda, pushing out Israeli propaganda on CNN. And you have Dana Bash, who, 99% of her time is a pro-Israel propagandist, trying to endorse and support and manufacture consent for a genocide, for ethnic cleansing, for the various wars that the U.S. perpetrates around the world. That is her job, and she does it well, I guess, as well as you can do horrible crap like that. But she does lightly push back against the Israeli ambassador for a second. And I want to show you her pushback. And then I want to show you also how she then immediately crumbles. She pushes back for a second, and then he throws more garbage at her, and then she just fades away, as if she could never push back twice in a row. She could never hold this guy to any kind of account, really. But it's a fascinating back and forth for a second here. It's only 1 minute long.
39 Palestinian prisoners, we're told, were released today. Do you intend to, along with the potential release of Israeli hostages or civilian hostages who are held in Gaza, to continue to release Palestinian prisoners?
The short answer is yes. Let me just refer to that and remind everybody that the prisoners that we released are people who were convicted for participating in terror attacks. Let's don't forget that Yahya Sinwar was released in such a deal by Israel in 2011. Look what you got.
Yeah, well, a lot of...
Here comes the pushback. Very slight pushback.
Well, a lot of them are accused. Some are convicted, but some have not yet been adjudicated. I think that's...
So... Now, first of all, her pushback is not enough, but he says, let's remember everybody of the 117 that Israel is releasing has been convicted of terrorism. Now, I talked to you earlier and showed you video of how some of these people are teenage girls, teenagers, kids. Apparently, he's claiming they're all convicted terrorists. Now, she then says, well, actually, just to be fair, no. I mean, that's how she should have put it. But just to be fair, they're not all convicted terrorists because not all of them were convicted of anything. Many of them were just charged of something. Some of them have not even been charged with anything. So he's flat out lying. He told her a flat out lie. And you saw how hesitantly she pushed back. She goes, well, that's just, to be fair, let's just say not all of them. So she says that, and then here's his response to her saying, yeah, you just told a complete lie, but she said it in a much nicer way.
Some are convicted, but some have not yet been adjudicated. I think that's fair to say.
They went through a legal process in Israel. We didn't kidnap them.
That is true.
We don't arrest people just for nothing.
That's a very important distinction.
What? Now she agrees with him. She just said to him, you flat out lied. Not all of them have been convicted. He said they went through a legal process in Israel. Well, no, they have. If they haven't been convicted yet, they haven't gone through the legal process. They have not completed the legal process yet. On top of that, of course, they're just kidnapping people. Of course, these are teenagers, half of them. Of course, they're just grabbing them. And the ones that they actually have something on that were not just straight up kidnapped, you know what they had? Usually it's that they threw a rock or something like that. Many of the people that Israel arrests, it's that they throw a rock at the IDF, or the IDF, came and harassed them and they pushed back. Or they were on land that the IDF decided was not theirs, when in fact, of course, it's Palestinian land to begin with. There's a million reasons where you could say, oh, they did this wrong thing. They violated the law. Well, Israel's making up all the laws as they go. Any law that you're on this land it's illegal for you to be on. Wasn't this Palestinian land? No, not anymore. It's settler land now. They can do whatever they want. And where is a Palestinian going to turn for actual justice, for an actual fair court proceeding? There is nowhere. There's no Palestinian court system that Israel would allow to operate. There is no one they can turn to. Israel comes and says, we hate you. You're Palestinian. You're on the land we want to steal. So we will arrest a certain percentage of you. We will upend your communities. We will do everything we can to ethnically cleanse you. And so even for the ones that are convicted, but like she said, a lot of them are not, but even for the ones that are convicted, convicted of what? By who? By Israeli judges that say, oh, you're Palestinian, you're clearly guilty? It's just so dumb. And of course, she then crumples like a cheap suit. Oh, well, that is true. That is fair. That absolutely, it's fair.